Okay, so we are discussing the relationship between age and daily consumption of 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables to see if they do have a relationship or if they don't. So that was my parameter. So we're going to go through phantoms because it's asking if the data provides a convincing statistical evidence that there is an association between age group and whether or not a person consumes 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables per day for adults in the United States. And they have 3 types of age groups, which we'll go into more detail in a second. So for our hypothesis, we have Ho as there is not a relationship between age and daily consumption of 5 or more servings. And for our Ha, we have there is a relationship between daily age and daily consumption of 5 or more servings fruits and vegetables. So we start with our test. I went ahead and did the test to find the expected counts before I did the assumptions to make sure that 80% or more are greater than or equal to 5, because that is one of our rules we have to make sure checks out. So to find our expected counts, you take your row total times your column total and divide it by your total. And so I divided 972 divided by 2,191, and then multiplied and then divided it by this to get this number. And so you do it all the way out with these totals for yes and no. And so you'll have 6 numbers to represent the expected counts for the yes and no for these 3 age groups. And so to go on with that, so once you put it into your calculator, you are going to put it into matrix A and matrix B. So a matrix is like 1 by 1, which is row by column. And so when you put it into your matrix, you take your observed values, which is the one they give you, and you put them in. It would be 3 by 2 because there's 3 rows and 2 columns. So you would do that, and you would go ahead and put in all this data, and then under matrix B, you would go ahead and put in the expected count values. And so once that comes up, you plug into your calculator a chi-square test, just a normal one, not a goodness of fit test because you do have more than 1 row. And so that comes out to, I wrote it all out here, but the calculator does it all for you. I didn't really have a calculator for a second, and then I found a charger, and it was great. So our chi-square value ends up being 8.983 with our p-value of 0.0112. And the degrees of freedom is 2 because you do rows minus 1. So that's like your normal degrees of freedom. There's 3 rows, so 3 minus 1 is 2. And so in conclusion, since our alpha is 0.0012, we reject the Ho that there is no relationship between age and daily consumption of 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables in a day based on our p-value, which is less than our alpha level of 0.05. Thanks.